again. So this is going to be a bit of a rough and ready video about how to navigate LinkedIn groups. So first things first, I'm actually going to show you how to find groups that you're already a member of. Don't worry, I'm going to touch about how to find them in general in a minute. So what you do is you go to the top menu bar, and I want you to explore the menu bar after this summit as well. So we go past home, my network, jobs, messaging, notifications, me, and the little drop down, and we end up on work, this box here, and we can see there's a drop down. To find groups, we click through on the work box and we can see there is the groups option. So I'm going to click through there. And you can see on the left all the groups you belong to, and on the right, requested. So these are groups you've applied to join and they haven't accepted you yet. At any point in time, maybe you've tried for ages and they just won't let you in, you can withdraw your application to join that group. If you really want to join that group, what I advise is, for example, Stylist Network, I click through to the group. And then on the top right hand side, I can see all the group admins. So Jamie, Mariam, and Stephanie. I can message them, try and connect with them and ask them, can I join the group? So that's what I would do if I really wanted to get in a group and they haven't accepted me. So back to your groups, and of course I'm going to touch on my group a little bit later, which is Networking Tips with My Super Connector, and I'll drop the link in the chat box. It's a place where I would love to connect with you all, and it's a way for us to continue the conversation after the summit, so definitely check it out. It's a safe space. So that was the way we found the group, by going across the top menu bar and ending on the work. So another way to find groups is to actually click on the home menu. So click on the little house, scroll down, and then you can see on the left hand side, you can see recent groups, events, and followed hashtags. So in this case, we want groups. So this may be an easier way for you to access groups, and you can also see them on the app on the phone like this. So you may want to go this way instead of going in via the work box. So that was how to find the groups that you already belong to. So what if you want to join a new group and you don't know where to search? Well, one way is to actually be a little bit nosy, curious, call it what you will. Bring up someone's profile that you're interested in. Maybe it's a client, you want to see where they hang out. So what you do is you scroll to the end of their profile, all the way down, all the way, and you eventually get to their interest section here, and you click see all, and you can see once you get through here, you get the options of all the influencers they're following, the companies and the groups. For some reason my schools aren't showing, but there should be schools there. And you click through in the group section and you can see all of the groups that I belong to. Check them out. There may be a good group for you in there, especially if you're local to me. I lived in London for a long time and now I'm in Devon. There might be some groups for you there. Check them out. So that's a way. So like I said, by being nosy / curious. Another way, of course, is using search. So explore the search bar up on the top left-hand side of the screen. So many people, so many clients have never explored search. It's all there at your fingertips, folks. Look, you can search for people, you can search for jobs, you can search for content, you can search for companies, you can search for schools, and you can search for groups. It's all at your fingertips. So for the sake of ease, I live in Devon currently. I'm just going to type in Exeter here. I'm going to press return. And then I'm going to get a menu pop up, and you can see I can really drill it down. Now, if I wanted, it automatically shows you people. And I think most people think search is about people, but it's a lot more. You can see I can also click on jobs. I can click on content. And if I click on the more drop down, this is where I find groups, schools, and companies. You can see there's other ways to filter here. All I would say is explore this, folks, and filter and drill it down as much as you can. So today we're all about the groups. So Exeter groups, and you can see, voila, I've got 268 groups with Exeter in the name, and I can explore these and see if they're good groups for me. So that is the way to find groups. and you can currently be a member of 100 groups on LinkedIn. Now, I'm not telling you all to go off and join 100 groups. You'll get overwhelmed. I would say to focus maybe on about 5. In general, I find the main criteria for groups are geography and industry, and I would personally recommend a mix of local groups, national groups, potentially international, with your peers, and of course groups where your target audience are, and potentially a hobby group, people by people at the end of the day. What I don't want is that you're in a group with all your industry and that's it. So not only your immediate peers, you have to have a broader focus when it comes to groups. So I'm just going to bring my group again just up to show you quickly. So this is networking tips with My Super Connector. So now you're in a group, what is the next step? So groups are not a place to blast out advertisements like you see on Facebook. In general, the best ways to get engagement in a LinkedIn group are to comment on existing posts. So give back to your network, show off that you're a thought leader and that you're kind and that you can help people, and also to ask questions, post questions, and share valuable resources and content. You, of course, can start your own group to look like a leader if that's of interest. If starting your own group sounds a bit like hard work, then stick to being a member in established groups, and that's absolutely fine. Now, the main way I use groups is the people. So when I join a group, I go to the top right hand side and I look at, I can see we've got 1,459 members. I click on the see all and I have again a bit of a nosy and say to myself, who's in this group? Do they look interesting? I have a scroll, and if they do, I mean, a lot of these will be connected to me first because they're in my group. But if they're not and they're a second, I have a look and, reach out and see, is this person of interest to me? And if you are in my group and you're a second degree, connection, I will reach out to you soon, I promise, or reach out to me and let's connect. So one amazing thing about LinkedIn groups that not a lot of people know is you have the option to message people for free, 15 people across all your groups, even if you're not connected. So for example, Daniel, Rosie, Evelyn, they've recently joined. I can message them even though they're a second degree connection, and it gets straight into their inbox. So if you upgrade to premium, you can get 15 in mail, which are essentially messages that land in someone's inbox and you don't have to be connected. But this is the free version, I guess the hacky way of getting around it. And it's very useful. It can be useful in many ways, but one way could be maybe you want to connect with someone and they haven't accepted your connection request. You can have a look at their profile, scroll down, look at the groups that they belong to, and if you're in the same group, go in that way, message them, tell them, hi, Mary, we both belong to Networking Tips with My Super Connector. I'd love to connect with you. And it's a great way to connect with them. So check it out, folks. So whether you're looking for a new job, you're looking to connect with new people and build your network, or trying to gain a reputation of being a leader in your field, you can really use groups to your advantage. Don't get too hung up about the home feed. Yes, the home feed is not as engaged as it once was, but I don't personally care about that. I care about the people. So explore the people in groups. That's what it's all about. So the fact that they've joined a group has said to me, they're up for connecting. They want to be part of a group. They want to be part of something. They want to be linked up. So hopefully you will think about groups differently now. You won't think all about the home feed. There is actually a feature currently in beta with LinkedIn, I believe, which will allow you the option to message everybody in your group, one by one, of course, not a big group message, but that can be a really powerful feature going forward. So don't discount groups. They are a great way to build your network. There are great people in groups. Just because a home feed looks a bit spammy or dead doesn't mean there aren't great people in groups. They're a fab way to meet people in your local area or industry. So that's it, folks. I hope that you found this of use. Like I said, join me in the group. I'll share the link in the chat box, and it's a great way for us to continue the conversation. Okay, there you go. On to the next.